Olga Talamante has been an outstanding advocate and leader for protecting immigrant rights in California. At 11 years old, her family moved from Mexicali, Mexico to Gilroy, California. Summers, working in the fields, ignited Olga to organize with United Farm Workers and propelled her into a life of activism.
I think I got my initial inspiration about seeing myself as part of the community and seeing myself as part of creating and changing community if necessary, and also being in service to others. And that came from my parents. My parents always had this open door to support other people. We had very little, and yet my parents always would respond to someone in need.
Olga earned a degree in Latin American Studies and co-founded Mecca on the campus of UC Santa Cruz. Her political activism includes all the Americas. In 1974, while in Argentina, Olga was arrested and accused of subversion. She spent 16 months in an Argentine prison. The Olga Talamante Defense Committee gained her freedom. She led a campaign that cut U.S. aid to the Argentine military upon her return.
When I think of Olga, I think of a leader who leads the masses. People will follow her. They see her vision and they just put their trust in her.
I'm very involved in the immigrant rights movement, certainly of the Latino community, but overall, the immigrants from all over the world, if you will, they come to this country, rightfully so, seeking a better life, have been very involved with the LGBTQ movements.
Olga served as executive director of the Chicana Latina Foundation for 15 years, empowering Latinas by providing scholarships and leadership development. During her tenure, she provided more than 600 scholarships to Latina girls in the Bay Area.
Olga is one who leads with passion and corazón. She wants to see change in the community. She entered as executive director of Chicana Latina Foundation because she felt that education equity was a priority.
I joined the board in early 1990. I started reading the applications from the scholarship applicants, and I saw myself totally reflected in their stories. So I wanted to be part of this movement to educate Latinas, in both academically, but also professionally and personally.
Olga is also co-chair of Caravan for the Children, a coalition of Bay Area anchor organizations mobilizing support for reunifying thousands of children from the border who remain separated from their families.
We just didn't know how grave it was, the extent of how many kids were being separated. And so Olga calls and she says, look, I'm talking to 5 other organizations and we need to do something about it. And Olga is the type of person you do not say no to.
The Caravan for the Children came about because of the zero tolerance policy that was instituted in 2018. It was formed by 5 anchor organizations here in the Mission. Almost 6,000 children were separated, literally taken from the arms of their parents. Children as young as 6, 7 years old. And so our work continues.
Her tireless activism in advocating for the Latin community and immigration representation, human rights, and equity is a true example of leadership and generosity of spirit.
I want people to stand by me and with me, but I also make me think of a different way of looking at that phrase, which is stand by you. And to me, it is a question that all of us can answer, all of us here tonight, and I would ask that of everyone. Who do you choose to stand by? And so, if you choose to stand by the rights of immigrants to migrate, if you stand by the rights of Native people to reclaim their lands, if you stand with Black people who absolutely validate their lives and center the sanctity of their lives, if you choose to make sure that children are unified with their parents, if you stand with those that are fighting for our rights to choose and our rights to be who we are in body and in soul, then you will stand by me.